I've only been reading excerpts and everything else I can find and watching Colbert, same thing as Dave. But I really found, I mean, I learned so much just from not even finishing the book yet. But her origin, yes, we know she was born in Brooklyn, and a little bit about her parents, but she when she was starting out, it was almost like scrappy, like she
Hmm.
was she was angling for gigs and working in theaters and stuff, and you just don't picture her that way at all now, knowing who she is. But she was like anybody, I guess, trying to get their start in entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, she was like staying on people's couches all this. She was like living on several friends' couches as she like took on gigs and really trying to get her foot in the door and try to get people's attention all the time. And um I mean, I think she always knew she was going to be famous too. I think that was she had that confidence. And yeah, it's but I mean, again, in the book, like one thing that she says from the get-go is how she like doesn't really understand how she got this diva like title associated with her, and like how she'll have people say that, like people that have never met her just will, like somebody at a doctor's office like assumed she was a diva, and like because they heard it from a friend or something, and she spends the book dispelling that. And I think that it kind of goes back to it, again, like I feel like if you are a woman in the entertainment industry, if you have boundaries, if you ask for what you deserve, you automatically are labeled a diva or difficult to work with. And I feel like in the book, like that still, like none of us were on these sets, but she seems quite reasonable, but also very sure of what she's looking for, and not mean, not rude. But I feel like, it was a different time. She was dealing with a lot of like male bigwigs in the industry, and it makes sense that she was labeled this way, even though she's likely not. But I do think that when she's describing, she's going into depth about like a lot of these productions and like hundreds of pages about every single thing that happened on this movie set, like everything. It's clear that like when she was so passionate about a project like Yentl, or like she was directing for the first time, she was very, very uncompromising and with her vision. And like again, I feel like, when you're really invested in a project, and especially directors, I think you get really wrapped up in that stuff, and you can be perceived that way, even if you're not, even if it's coming from a place of, just passion and care for the art.